My name is Matt Stinchcomb. I'm the Vice President of Values and Impact for Etsy. It's kind of an odd title. I can tell you a little bit about what that is in a minute. I spoke at PSFK, I think maybe 5 or 6 years ago, and Pierre's asked me to come back and give a little update about what's going on with Etsy in that time. I've got 5 minutes to do that. I'll just focus on a couple of things because obviously a lot has changed in the last 5 years. We started Etsy in this apartment in Fort Greene, and I think at the time I first came to PSFK, we just moved to our first office in downtown Brooklyn. We had about 40 or so employees. This is kind of how we've grown the marketplace in the last few years. So this has a laser pointer. I want to use it. That's the first year of Etsy. About $200,000 of goods that the members sold, and last year we did around $900 million. And this year we're on pace to do about 60% above that. So what's really exciting about that actually is that that's not obviously what we make. This is representing the economic creation of all of these small businesses. And that's really what Etsy's all about. It's all about, here's some more stats. 25 million members now. This was as of February, I think. 850,000 small businesses, 92% of which are run by women. 150 countries, 45 million visitors a month. Over 110 million items sold on Etsy. This is pretty fun. This is New York City Etsy over the last, I'll block it. Well, someone on our data team made this, and I wanted to include it since it's because it's pretty cool. So this is how Etsy's grown in New York since the beginning. While this is adding up, you can see Staten Island is not our strongest market. Governor's Island is doing really poorly. I messed that up. Anyways, I'll let it go again. I was trying to use the laser pointer. There. Obviously the company has grown a lot. We've got about 400 employees now, about 300 of whom are in Brooklyn. And we're still in Dumbo, where our first office was, or close to where our first office was. Let's see, we'll get this up till today. Obviously the size of the company, how we do engineering, how we think about data, all of these things have changed a lot over the years. But what I want to focus on and what my job focuses on is thinking a lot about the mission, vision, and values of the company. And that's also really evolved a lot since I was last at PSFK. So this was, as of February, $50 million sold in New York. So in 2009, I moved to Berlin to open up Etsy's first international office. And at that time, we were really thinking a lot about who we are and what we wanted to do in the world. And so we put on this conference called Hello Etsy. We just hosted the third one in Brooklyn last week. And it was the first time we thought about Etsy. This was 2011, I should add. First time we thought about Etsy as being more than just a marketplace for handmade and vintage goods. It was thinking about how are we actually a platform for lots of small businesses and why is that important? And we read books like Small is Beautiful by E.F. Schumacher, Deep Economy by Bill McKibben, The Limits of Growth, and it really got us thinking a lot about the company and what we wanted to do. And one common thread I was seeing across all of these books and all of these people I was meeting was that, it's a big number of small things is a lot more durable than a small number of very big things. And that's really what Etsy is, right? It's this big distributed network of millions of small things. And that's actually a much more sustainable path for the world. So we started thinking about Etsy in terms of small business and sustainability and the impact that we can have. So like Warby Parker, who I think, also had a quest to say, hey, can we build a business, be profitable, but also not be total assholes and actually try to create more value in the world than we take from it. And so we became a B Corp a year later after Hello Etsy. You need a score of 80 to pass. We got 80.2. I think our goal this year is to hit 100. So it's actually given us a framework for how we can improve. And we also re-articulated the mission of the company. And so it's thinking about how can we think about business in a way that actually builds this more lasting and fulfilling world. So we started with our own business, but of course we're also thinking not just about CSR in a traditional sense, we're going to do good. How can the business itself be about creating impact and value in the world for other people? So that's how we think about Etsy. And I'll leave you with this quote from Judy Wicks. She was one of the speakers at Hello Etsy. And I think this is really what we're trying to do, to show that you can do business in a way that actually creates a lot of value for others. So thank you.